Hot diggity, we're live.
Right. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers. Oh, wow. Irish whiskey night. What do we know?
Yes, sir. Good, easy sipping stuff.
Yeah, I guess it's what it's supposed to be. And we're going to get into all the little nuances of it tonight according to the paperwork that I have. I'm not that big of a Irish whiskey guy.
Yeah, we need Stacy on to get into all the delicacies and intricacies.
Well, I mean, it's just I haven't looked into like I haven't bought a lot of it. I mean, I don't mind it. I like whiskey, but I just haven't gotten into it. So it's a learning experience for everybody. Not everybody, but for me it is.
Yeah, I've got a few. I'm starting out with the Jameson triple triple.
There you
What's
go.
left of it? Getting low.
Did you pay more than $7 for that bottle?
Yes, I got one for $7. Jeez, if I could find it for that, I'd buy 3 or 4 of them.
I know it. I would. Yeah, I'd be
Yeah,
like, you have a cardboard box to put them in.
It's a good, easy sipper, and 80 proof, so it's something nice, light to start with.
Well, there's a lot of Irish and Scotch and even Japanese whiskeys and all that that are around 80 proof that are 85, 86, somewhere
80 to 92-ish, right in that range.
Yeah. Mr. Richie J, we got Sugar Kitty, Oak and Agave. Mr. Mom's still typing with one finger.
Yeah, he's still healing up and left fingering it.
Yeah. Let's see. Sean Holtgrave, of course, is here because we were talking about the $7.
Yeah.
Man, that's a hell of a fight.
Dog in here, and Whiskey Nose was in here first.
Yeah, he does them drive-bys when he sees it scheduled. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he'll be back here sometime or another.
Yeah, I'm thinking finding that triple for $7. It's a bittersweet. It's great that you found it, but it's sad they only had one bottle.
Well, they only had one left, but for $7, I can see why they only had one. I'm
surprised. Gosh, I know it.
Here's John Kranz, brother.
All righty. Okay, so before we get into the Irish, I will tell you we're into international whiskeys now. So this week is Irish. And I'm not going to commit to which week is going to be which. Now we already covered Scotch. We did a pretty extensive coverage of Scotch. But we're going to talk about Japanese whiskeys, the Canadian whiskey offerings, Taiwanese, and in India they make a hell of a lot of whiskey over there. And then Australian, and then we're going to cover because I didn't have enough info, for it. So other European type thing.
Gotcha.
And then other Asian besides the ones I've highlighted. And then Central and South America will group together eventually.
Okay. I don't think I've got anything from that neck of the woods.
No, and they don't have a lot. They do a lot of tequila and rum and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I guess South America, I can see that because of the climate.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm drinking the Gold Label Powers tonight.
Oh, there you go.
So
the old standard right there.
The old standard.
Yep.
Triple distilled. Yeah.
I actually don't have a bottle of that left right now. I think I polished it off and I haven't replaced it.
But you got other Powers.
Yeah, I've got the Three Swallows and the John's Lane.
Yep. Oh, and the other announcement. Lori is here. Lori, we are stopping the sample giveaway, but you still had entries because you paid ahead. So what we're going to do is both me and Mark are going to send you some samples. So there's no draw, no spin. You win. You're going to get the samples.
Yep.
And that'll be our last sample giveaway. And I'll try to include some of this Powers in there so you can try it. And I'll get you an eclectic mix of stuff to go there. auditioning for Singing in the Rain. All right, well, good luck there, Mr. Fulton
Good
Moraz.
luck, Colton. You can do it.
Yeah, you can do it. That's what. What was that off of? Was that
Some
gosh,
movie.
it was one of those Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah, maybe.
It was either something like Waterboy or Happy Gilmore or something. I forget now.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not a big movie buff, so I don't know.
No, I don't hardly. I watch my movies on YouTube. I watch clips, and you know how they'll have like the movie in like 10 parts, and they'll
Yeah,
put part 1, 2, 3, and all the way to 10.
hoping the
And
guy gets it with the
Waterboy,
Waterboy.
yeah, yeah, that's where he loved his mama. That's why. uh,
John.
his last name was Boucher or something like that.
Yeah,
Bobby Boucher. That's what it was.
Bobby Boucher.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, I just watched little clips, and I've watched those clips before, and I thought that's probably a pretty good movie. So I watched it, and I got through the clips in like 10-minute little deals,
Hmm.
So maybe took 50 minutes of my time, and the movie was like an hour and 45 minutes long, and I saw everything I wanted to see in those clips.
Yeah.
It just there was all the rest of it was useless.
Nope. No, we're not going to end the show. We're just stopping the samples for a while.
Yeah, just stopping the samples, but we're going to send you. You'll get some from me and some from Mark.
Yep, I've already got a few box up for already.
Yep.
And, sending one of these Irish Bushmills 12. Sending a sample of that. Some of that Compass box Orchard House because you like that one, and some Florida Shine because you like that one too. 'Cause it's really good.
Well, I think I'm going to send her a couple of. I'll probably include a North Carolina in there, but I want to give her some of that Tidewalker from Maine,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Davies County, and
some of that Powers.
And yeah, the Powers. Yeah, that'll probably be either that, or I may go to the Arkansas one and send her some of that. I'll see. I'll be creative about it, but I'll definitely include the Powers because that's what I'm sipping on. And matter of fact, I haven't even had a sip of it yet.
Slacker.
So it's been poured. I poured it like 30 minutes ago.
Well, it's definitely aired out enough then.
It's pretty good.
Yep.
I mean, it's
it's light, kind of slightly fruity. Yep. The three cask, the triple here has it's got a little bit of a chocolate note with some fruit in there. It's 3 different casks: a bourbon cask, a sherry cask, and a chestnut cask. So it's a little like your vanilla and little chocolate kind of cocoa nib kind of chocolate.
Yeah,
it's good. I mean, it's just a good, nice, easy sipper.
Yeah, that new riff is pretty good. I got a bottle of it over here. I can't remember. It's blocked by another bottle right now. I was gonna see what it was, but well, let's get into some of this here. So we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, I've got like 4 different Compass boxes.
So the topics we have, and I'll bring up slides on each topic, but there's 5 topics. It's types, flavor profiles, regional influences, notable distilleries, and other important factors for Irish whiskey. So that's what we're going to be going through here tonight. And this is just a random picture I found that showed a different Irish whiskey. So
Redbreast 27. Holy crap.
Yeah. Redbreast 27. I would like to have a bottle of that right now, but
yeah, they're expensive. If you can find one, they're expensive. Yeah. I've had a sample of it. It's quite tasty.
Chester.
But, I mean, a 27-year-old Irish, that's hard to come by.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the click.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we were talking ahead of time before the show, and we were talking about the slides, and I'm just trying to keep the slides to a minimum. I don't want to sit up here and do slide presentations.
Yeah.
Plus, I had to put them all together. We'll wing it. I'll keep it on paper.
Yeah, true, Peter White. The red spot, they're kind of pricey too. That's why I usually stick with a green because they're not nearly as high as the rest of it. Like the red and the yellow, the blue. Oh my gosh!
All right, so the different types of Irish whiskey. There are single malt Irish, single pot still, single grain, other than malted barley, and then blended. And so there's those are your four basic ones.
I don't know that I have a single grain. I've got single malts and blends for sure.
Oh, Kathy Bates, we're not doing the we're not doing the I know she probably just got here. We're not doing samples anymore. But we do appreciate the support, but we're not we're canceling samples for a while. I got to get work. I've got to get back into work. Find me a job and get some income coming in.
Yep. Well, see, with Redbreast 21 at $500 and the 27, I'm $600, probably more than that. But
that Powers, that gold label Powers is not bad at all.
Yeah,
it is just. It's way better than now. It's 86. Let's see, where was it? 86.4 proof. So it's not 80 proof, but I'm telling you, I'm enjoying that way better than low proof, other whiskeys. I've seen about 650. Yeah, they.
I'm going to go a little redacted here.
Okay. Now, what did you say? Those are pot still, right?
Yes, this is a single pot still Irish.
All right. So for the single malt Irish whiskey, it's made, of course, solely from malted barley and distilled in pot stills at a single distillery. Flavor profile typically smooth, sweet, and malty, with notes of fruit and spice depending on aging methods. An example of this is Bushmills single malt. So what Bushmills do you have?
I have the redacted is what we call it.
Redacted. Okay.
It's the John's Lane. Let's see.
No, that's the Powers. I'm talking about Bushmills.
Oh, Bushmills. The single malt. This one.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So that you have that one, and it was named in the single malt Irish. So.
Yeah. This is the 12-year-old single malt.
Mm-hmm.
It's aged in Oloroso sherry and bourbon cask before finishing in a Marsala cask.
Damn.
So yeah, it's fairly dark. It's not really dark. But
so how much does that kind of run?
It was about I want to say about $40, $45.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah. For now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It may be coming down some if Sean's finding the triple for $7.
Well, what I worry about is after the stock runs out and people start, if tariffs are in effect and they have to pay that higher price, they're going to pass it on.
Oh yeah. They'll start charging the middlemen, and then the middlemen will charge the host retailers, and they'll pass it on down the line.
So if I don't expect to see 100% tariff, but even at say a 10%, if there was a 10% increase, it depends on where the tariff. So the 10% is going to hit on wholesale, right? It's going to hit on the when you ship it in. So it's not like you can say, well, $100 bottle of bourbon is going to cost $110. That's not the way it works, because a lot of the shipping fees and storage and all that's going to be the same. It's just the initial purchase of it coming in. So that's where the tariff hits. Once the tariff is paid and it's in the United States, all the rest of it should be the same. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that some companies may not take advantage of that and raise the prices on up a little more and blame it on tariffs. But
yeah, a lot of them will do that anyways, just any excuse to raise the prices, and then once they raise the prices, they're not going to lower them back down. Unless they absolutely positively have to.
Unless they're trying to get rid of shit for $7 a bottle.
Yeah.
But that's what I worry about is they've got this current stock and they're just trying to clear the shelves so that they can, because if you have current stock, think about it. If I have a bottle that I can sell at profitably for $45, but I have to charge $52 for the new ones coming in, I can't mix that on the shelf. I either have to raise the price up to $52 on all of it because people are going to buy the $40-something bottle first.
Yeah. Yeah. Typically.
So get it out, get rid of it. And then, in effect, Springbank 10 went from 65 to 9. Golly, see? Yeah, and it's never changed. See, that's BS right there.
Yeah. I've gotten some recently for cheaper than that, cheaper than 90. So,
but if I
got backup of it, so.
But I guarantee you, I could, and I do this all the time when I'm calculating things for, like, I used to give employees raises and give them bonuses, and things like that. And I have spreadsheets that I calculate the shit down to the penny on. So I know what I'm doing when I'm, how I'm impacting my budget and everything. But I guarantee you, if I went from Ireland to here and tracked everything over, and tracked the tariffs and everything, I guarantee you they're fluffing that price at the end that they didn't have to. I guarantee you, because when you get down to it, if they're getting the bottle for say $30 and there's a 10% tariff, that's $3.
Yep.
And so raise the price by $3 then overall, because that's the only thing different. That's the only thing that changed is you're paying $3 more per bottle. So if everything else stayed the same, why am I not paying only $3 more? And they take that opportunity to add the 10% to the, or whatever they're doing, and they jack stuff way up. And now another thing though that may happen, but like was said, it went to 90 and they never brought it back down.
Yeah, well,
right.
I got it $74.43 plus a $5 discount, so 68 bucks.
$69. Yeah,
69 and some change.
Yeah.
So it, I guess, kind of depends on where you're at, but that's normal though. You probably get it for that price because of ABC stores if they actually had it in stock.
Right. Now there is a supply and demand issue, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So if a distillery panics and says, "Oh God, these tariffs and Canada won't import anything," and blah blah blah, and they cut production down, now they have a supply and demand. If the demand stays high and they have a restricted supply, they're going to jack the price up.
Yep.
Because one, they can, but two, and I think honestly, I'm not going to accuse anyone of anything, but I know how these businesses work, because these are businesses and big conglomerates. And it's like Suntory owns Jim Beam, right? Yep. So Don't blame Jim Beam. Blame Suntory, the global company. Blame.
Yeah, there's a few other ones that are, they're the ones that own all kinds of stuff, and they're going to pass on the shipping costs for sure.
No, they're going to pass on more than that. They're going to double it, and you would be shocked at what markup there is. Well, I don't know if you would be or not, but there's a huge markup from wholesale on these bottles.
Oh yeah, I mean, granted, it has to be if the retailer can sell it a bottle of Jameson's for $7, they're probably still breaking even. So, and then, when you go to normally buy that bottle, it's around 25 to 30, somewhere in that range.
Well, the one thing I think may be is I think there was some panic purchases going on over the past few months, and like, oh, the tariffs are going to hit, but we have no idea what they're going to be yet. I hear something different every other day. Let's order 1,000 cases of this. Now, all of a sudden, you've got a warehouse full of this stuff, and you're like, oh, wow, we just shot ourselves in the foot because our customers are demanding yada, 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 and they may be taking a loss on some of this stuff just to clear out warehouse space. So that they can then, and shelf space, so they can stock different stuff that customers want to buy. And it's business. It takes constant. It's like taking care of a little kid running around wanting to get into everything. You turn your back on it, and your business suffers. That's why I never went into owning my own business, because you're pretty much working 24/7 when you own a business.
Mm-hmm.
Either that, or you got to get it built up where you can turn stuff over to people, But it's just like having a toddler. You turn your back on them for 15 minutes, and all the dishes are going to be broken in the kitchen. If they're a climber, they're going to have.
Yeah,
you're going to have a warped door on your dishwasher and everything else from them bouncing on it with their butt.
Yeah. What happens when tariff rates based on Plinko?
Yeah.
Jeez. Yep, and the whim of some goofy guy.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about, since you're drinking it right now, let's talk about pot still Irish whiskey. So it's now the other one is pot still, on the single malt, but this is a unique Irish style made from a mash of at least 30% malted barley and at least 30% unmalted barley, with the option of adding up to 5% other cereal grains, all distilled in pot stills at a single distillery. Now that hardly made sense when I read it, but if I'm using multiple cereal grains outside of barley, then I guess 5, and 5, would be, up there. But it said at least 30%. So you're probably doing like maybe a 45, or 45, 50 and 5 or something like that,
Yeah.
So the flavor profile, all distilled in pots. I think I said pot stills at a single distillery. So not a blend of, different distilleries. So flavor profile, known for a spicy, creamy texture and a full-bodied richness, often with notes of fruit and sweetness. Examples given are red breast and green spot.
Okay. This Powers, it's got some of that quality to it. It's kind of sweet, slightly fruity. It's got that kind of shortbread cookie kind of a note. Kind of, like not really vanilla wafers, but more of a shortbread kind of a cookie note.
And usually bready notes come from wheat, if there's a wheat in there. But I really don't know. I don't know enough about it to know if, I know malted barley but I'm not that familiar with the flavors of an. I just know that malted barley has a much stronger flavor profile that comes out. That's why they malt it. But I'm not familiar with unmalted barley as a grain.
Yeah, I think it would be a slightly different taste. The malt, I think, would give you that sweeter flavor to it, and the unmalted, it's probably getting that slight bit of a peppery note to it.
Yeah. And Sean says we have a 12 bottles and 12-month policy. If the SKU doesn't make that, it gets clearance. To make room for something that may sell better. And that's a business decision. And that's one of those autopilot things that, I would do too. If I were running a business, I would come up with a
if
formula
it's not selling,
and say, hey guys, you don't even have to think about it. Here's the rule. If it doesn't make this, put it on clearance,
Yep. And if it's not selling, either you got it priced too high to start with, or people aren't really interested in that one.
Yep.
Which typically, if it's not selling fairly decent, it's usually priced too high.
Oh yeah, the unmalted barley is a fuck you to the Brits and their malt tax.
Yep. Yeah. That's the thing; they were taxing the malt. So if they used unmalted, piss off. We're not using it, so no tax.
How can they tax that? I mean, like if I get malt grain and I put it in the right environment and it starts to sprout, and then I stop that and kiln it, dry it or stop the malting process. How do they even? Well, I guess how do they even know I'm doing it? Unless they're buying it.
Your mash bill, I guess.
I guess. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure unless they got somebody on site, weighing it up.
Why would you tax a process or something? I don't know.
Heck, you look at all the taxes we pay over here in the U.S. on everything. I mean, they get taxed per barrel over here of whiskey.
Oh, I was talking to a guy, and he was rolling his own cigars and selling them at a booth.
Wow.
Now, I didn't like his cigars. I'll tell you that. I didn't care for them. But he was buying the raw leaves and drying them himself and doing everything, flavoring them up. But he wanted a wrapper from somewhere. And he was going to order those wrappers, already ready to wrap the cigars in. But the tax was too high on the freaking wrappers.
Oh, it's called blunts.
Yeah, but he was selling, like I got a 5-pack off of him for $10. Now, I smoked them, but I didn't care for them. They just weren't, they didn't have that good, robust flavor and good smoothness of a, well-made cigar. They were a little harsh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Snoop Doggy Dogg blunt wrappers.
Let's see. We'll go with this. Go back to this Bushmills 12 year.
That was the single malt.
That's the single malt Irish.
No, okay, so we'll let you get a little sip of that, and then you give your opinion on these first two we've covered here.
This one might be a little different than a normal single malt because of the 3 different cask aging in it. Oh yeah, it's got a nice sherry forward note to it.
Well, yeah, and it's finished in
finished in Marcella. Yes. So that one I'm not real familiar with. That's a wine, isn't it?
I believe so. Don't get me lying. I'm very familiar with the Oloroso and PX sherry casks.
Yeah, I've got actually a really nice sweet
seen
note
those in person.
It's got a sweet, the sweet sherry kind of a nose to it, fruity.
Yeah, I actually have a couple of bourbons that one of them. This one. That was finished in Chardonnay barrels. That's Amador. And then I like Burning Chair, and that's finished in Cabernet barrels. And they have a good, unique profile.
Yeah, it's kind of sherry forward, actually. Maybe a hint of that wine.
Yeah, it's probably like that Rieger's down there.
It's kind of like a little bit of like a red fruit kind of like plum.
Oh yeah, the Oloroso gives you that plummy note. Yeah.
Mm.
Because you said it was aged in oak and Oloroso sherry, right? And then
Yeah.
finished in the other.
Yeah, see, Oloroso sherry and bourbon cask, and then finished in a
Yeah.
Marsala cask.
It's a little forward,
Dried fruit
right?
and sherry flavors. So yeah, that's what it comes across. Definitely, it's only
Yeah.
80 proof too. But that's the cool thing about being the pot distilled stuff. You know, is even at a lower proof, you get a lot more flavors come across at 80 proof.
He said Marcella is my girlfriend. Marsala is a wine. Oh yeah, Marsala is the like chicken marsala. You know, they cook with the wine
Okay,
in it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've never had that wine, so I don't know. Yep, John
Yeah.
Sherry moving forward.
Oh, I've actually used Marsala wine in making I'll just say cottage pie. It was the French version of it, but I can't remember the name of it right now. It's
like shepherd's pie.
Yeah, but it's that guy's last name. It's the French version of it. It uses carrot. They don't use peas. They use braised beef, and then you shred it apart. You have to cook the beef 2 hours on stovetop, 2 hours in the oven, and you make this wine sauce with it with beef broth and all that stuff. And then you shred the beef out, chop the veggies down, and blah blah blah.
Give me some of that. Sounds good. That Sean's on the Jameson Stout.
Caskmates, yeah.
Caskmates.
Yeah, he had a green and a black label on those. I did look, Sean, at the. I saw your profile, and your profile picture is the same, but I didn't recognize the name over there on the other. I get a lot of junk comes in on Instagram. I don't really nurture Instagram as much as I do YouTube.
I'm never on that platform.
Well, and before, like years ago, I was able to keep alerts coming in. So anytime I got an alert for something, and I would try to say, don't show me these types of alerts, only show me direct messages and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And every time they would update something, it was non. Yeah. But actually I like the French version better, but it has a Gouda cheese all over the top of the potatoes when you bake it, and the potatoes are riced and like really smooth, creamy, rich as hell because you put a lot of butter in it. It's not healthy, but it's French.
Well, French are known to use a lot of butter and heavy cream.
Yeah.
Which, hey, I'm all for that myself. I like it.
Every once in a while. Yeah. That you know. Yeah, I saw Magnus Bunghammer. Yeah. And you talking about a bung hammer. Now it's not really a bung hole, but over in well, I guess it is. It's a hole in a cask. But they on the beer kegs over in Germany, when they for the ceremonial, Oktoberfest stuff, they bring those huge barrels out with a forklift, and they put them on the frame, and they'll wind that thing in there and pull that cork out. But it's on the end. It's not on the side of the barrel. It's on the down low on one end. Or where they turn it, it's down low, and then they pull that cork, and then somebody throws a big wooden thing up there with a tap, and this other guy comes and hits it with a hammer and drives it in, and beer spewing everywhere while they're doing it. But that's part of the fun, and every time they hit the thing with the hammer, everyone yells, like, huh,
It's not healthy. It's French.
Yeah. Most obvious statement ever. Yeah.
Yummy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you, John. Irish shepherd's pie. That's good eating right there.
Yeah. If I had a cooking channel, that would probably have to be my catchphrase. It's not healthy. It's French.
Who was that French chef I used to watch? Some Paris something or another.
Jean Paul.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
Oh yeah, he's a legend, man. He's in Florida, but he stopped doing videos. He's getting older. He was gonna slow down.
Yeah.
But he had the great studio with a chef's kitchen. I mean, it was full chef kitchen.
Yeah. That's how I learned how to debone a chicken, watching him.
Yeah.
I deboned the whole chicken and then stuffed it with rice and a few other odds and ends, and then kind of wrapped it back up and baked that in the oven, and it turned out fantastic.
Yeah, the one thing I did one time is I don't know where I learned. I've learned it so long ago how to debone turkey, chicken, all kind of poultry, shoulder blades and everything, wing shoulders and all that. But
that's what they Sugar Keys. That's what they yell when they tap the kegs over there.
Yeah, okay, that's it. Okay, I don't know. I was young. I was over there. I just happened to be in Germany. I was in my 20s in the Air Force, and I was just yelling. I was just making noise along with them, so I didn't know what they were saying. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Oktoberfest. What's the one I like? Gosh, I know the can when I see it. It's the best Oktoberfest. I get it at Total Wine. It's seasonal, and I go down there and get it every fall. No, it's gosh, I can't remember
Samuel Adams. I meant Samuel Adams.
No, this one's got like a circle on it. It's hard to explain. I know it when I see it at the store. I just can't remember the name of it.
They make an Oktoberfest.
Oh, there's a shit ton. I mean, seasonally, when it's that time of the year, they just stock the whole first third of the thing with all different kind of Oktoberfest. But I tried a bunch of them, and this is the one I like the best. Because one year I went in and because they sell by the can, you can buy it by the can, and so I bought like 18 or 20 cans of beer, all different Oktoberfest. And for the whole month or for weeks, that's what I was tasting. I would start my night off with, okay, I'm going to try these two side by side. And then the next day I'd be like, okay, I'm going to try these two side by side. But yeah, it was good. It wasn't spotting, but I can't remember the name of it. I'll try to get that information and bring it next week. But yeah. All right, let's move on to single grain Irish whiskey.
That I have not tried. Well, hang on. Let me look. Hang on. I may have something. Well, I got some poutine.
All right. Well, while you're looking, I suppose you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to read. It's made from whole unmalted cereals, primarily corn or wheat, with no more than 30% malted barley, and distilled in a continuous column still at a single distillery. So this is not pot, it's column still. Flavor profile generally light, sweet, and smooth with floral notes. Examples of it are Teeling single grain, Kilbeggan single grain.
Let's see. I got some poutine.
And if that's Kilbeggan instead of Kilbeggan, then I beg your forgiveness.
Glendalough. And then I've got 2 stacks in a can. So it says it's a superior blend of grain, malt, and pot still whiskey.
Oh, so that's a big blend.
Oh yeah, it's a blend, but comes in this cool little can that is dang near indestructible. I mean, this thing is
it looks like
it's Mr. really Mom
giving high praise to Teeling single grain.
Teeling, I don't have a Teeling. I don't have a huge selection of Irish.
Oh. Yeah, the only reason I like the Oktoberfest that I like, which I'm sorry I cannot for the life of me remember the name of it. Like I said, I know it when I see it, but
Gloucester.
it tastes more like what I remember the beer tasting like in Germany. And I actually take it out of the refrigerator.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Kill begging. Yeah, I always take it out of the refrigerator about 30 minutes before I'm going to drink it and set it, to let it come up to in the 50s, 48 to 52 degrees. Because the one, when they bring it out of the cave, they say the cave stays a constant like 54 degrees or something.
Yeah, 54 to 56, 55,
Yeah,
56,
somewhere along in
right
there. And that barrel is in there for so long that because this barrel's big and but it has time to chill the whole thing. It's all.
Yeah. I think the only German beer I have in there is Bitburger right now.
Yeah, Dad likes Bitburger.
I like it.
Yeah.
Good summer beer.
He calls it Miller Lite on steroids.
Bitten on bit.
Yeah. It's an amber. Yeah, like a darker side of amber color. Oh, you're talking about the beer itself. Let me look right quick. October.
Yes, Florida. Yeah, Florida Shine. That was really good stuff. I got from the Rye Guy. He has a buddy down there that makes it. And he swears it's 100 proof, but it drinks like 80. You got to watch it. That stuff will creep up on you in a hurry.
All right. Well, here's a site giving me supposed to be 30 of them. So maybe it's in this. It's not that one.
Phoenix to a Hofbräu.
Yeah, it's a Märzen.
Hofbräu and Lowenbrau.
Yeah.
I remember the commercials for Lowenbrau. That was some funny. They had some funny stuff sometimes.
Yeah, it's a Märzen, the one I get.
Let's see here. I'll go a little slash of this Bushmills Prohibition recipe. I think they're calling this one the Peaky Blinders or something, maybe.
Okay.
By the order of the Shelby Company.
All right, I'm finally down to where they're showing pictures. I'm not even reading the names on these things because I know what the can looks like when I see it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just one beer that I've been looking for. Comes in a green can. Hard to find. I can't even remember the name of it now, but I haven't seen it in quite some time.
No, wasn't in that batch.
Love the movie Munich. Haven't seen that. What color was the bottle? Sugar Kitty was wondering.
Well, that's what I can't. I know it had like there was a circle on it where the logo was in the middle, and it was kind of subdued, like fall colors. But I can't remember exactly.
Peter White said, "Was it Rolling Rock?"
No. Now I'll have to look it up. I looked at a couple of sites and they were showing pictures.
Lowenbrau, yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot. It wasn't an overdone label. It was fairly plain with like 3 bold colors on it with that circle on there. I know it when I go into. Now watch, they'll change the can art and I'll go back in this year and won't be able to find it.
Not Yuengling.
It wasn't Yuengling. No.
I never cared for Rolling Rock. I may have tried 1 or 2, and it's just not very good. I got some Yuengling in the fridge, though. We're finally able to get it here in Texas. Just a couple of years ago, they finally moved production where we could get it to here. Not production, shipping.
All right, let's go over our last whiskey type here. Okay. Which you have some. It's blended Irish whiskey, a combination of 2 or more of the above styles, single malt, single pot still, or single grain. Flavor profile varies wildly. It says widely, but I'll say wildly. depending on the blend, but generally characterized by smoothness, mellowness, and notes of caramel, vanilla, and subtle spices. Examples: Jameson, Bushmills, Tullamore Dew. Tullamore Dew.
Yeah, that one is. It's interesting. I've had a couple of bottles of that. I haven't repurchased it lately, but that one's got a real cantaloupe note to it to me.
Yeah, that
I don't know, honey cantaloupe.
Yeah, that was I'm trying to Just Shoot Me. You remember that show about magazine publishing and all that shit? And,
there you go. Was it Balaner? Mostly
no.
a blue can with a red circle with a monk in the middle.
No, it would. No, I know that brand, and
I like
yeah,
Balaner. It's good beer.
Oh yeah. But David Cook was on an episode. Well, I think a couple episodes, maybe just one, of Just Shoot Me, that TV show, and he was acting like he had a mental condition, and his phrase he would do was chicken pot pie. You know, he would say that. He got that from the Tullamore Dew, the old commercial for Tullamore Dew.
Okay.
Yeah, just a thing I wanted to throw out there. No, it didn't have blue on it. It was mostly orange, like a dark, not dark, but a earthy orange, brown, and maybe a red, and maybe I don't know. It's like fall colors, like brown, red, orange, but you know.
Don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Like
I think I would know it if somebody put it in the chat, but
for a fall beer, if I can find it, I want some more Matter Familia barrel bourbon stout.
Yeah. See, now I'm gonna have to go down to.
There you go.
Now this was in a can.
Orange label, okay, in a brown bottle.
And they sold it in the 4-pack, the big 4-pack cans.
Isn't that it's here in the US, isn't it? Isn't it like maybe Illinois or Ohio or something like that? Chicago? Isn't that where that comes from? It's been a while since I've had any beers, so.
Yeah, and I've had Hofbrau House, but yeah, it's not that. I mean, there a lot of these are good. St. Louis, he says.
St. Louis. Okay, I knew it was Summers over that way. I pretty thought.
The gateway that's full of beer, St. Louis. Yeah, if St. Louis doesn't make the beer, just stand there a while under the arch. You'll catch some going by.
Right down the street from Sean. Jeez. Okay. I have been to the arch years ago.
I saw it from the highway. I'm not big on I like going to like battleships, that have been retired or stuff like that. I don't mind doing those, and I like going to historical sites of things and reading the plaques or whatever. But I usually research it before I go, so I kind of know more than the plaques tell you. And then
they're a pretty good one down here at Fredericksburg.
But I'm not real big on visiting more modern stuff. I don't know. I'll see it and be like, okay, that's great. Like I've seen the Space Needle from a distance. I didn't have any desire to go rotate around it.
Oh, come on. You want to sit at the table and get the whole skyline view?
Well, from what I hear, it moves really slow.
Yeah.
It's like a clock moving. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, you wouldn't want to spin real quick.
Oh no, you're
trying to eat.
Yeah, everybody would just go to the window.
Yeah, swing your drink off the table and stuff. You have to hold your drink like this right here, so that it stays in the bottom of the glass as you're swinging around,
Yeah, Sean, I'd be more apt to go there.
Jefferson's Barracks.
Yeah, I'd be more apt to do that if I were. But I've never really spent time in St. Louis. My kids live in Kansas City, so typically I'm just passing through.
Yeah, and that's kind of usually the best thing to do.
Yeah,
that neck of the woods.
Well, and Memphis as well. If I'm going to,
yeah, I usually pass on the outside of Memphis.
Yeah,
what was that? Was it 40? And then what is that one that comes up right by Memphis?
Well, 40 goes right through Memphis.
Well, yeah, but there's a roundabout.
Well, there's a
around Memphis and then tie in the 40.
Yeah, there's a north route and a south route. Well, the north route's further. I mean, you go up to Haytime, Missouri, and then you can, go over from there.
440.
Well, that's
it's been a while now.
430, 440. That's all Little Rock.
I would go from here to Kentucky. Here to Western Kentucky. So you basically go around Memphis. The west side of Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis has two bridges. One is 40, and the other one is south of that. I don't know what that is down there. The only other bridge past that is Helena, Arkansas.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a lot of
go through Little Rock and Blytheville and all that on the way down toward Memphis, or used to. It's been, like I said, it's been a few years now.
Yeah. Now, I've been through there several times. And remember when the Memphis Bridge was out on 40?
Yeah.
Well, I would get off way before Memphis and go north at an angle, and I'd go up to Haytime, Missouri, and then across and back down, and I'd eventually hit 40 again.
Yeah. Well, if the New Madrid fault line ever goes off big time, that's going to mess up a lot of stuff in that neck of the woods.
If it ever does, I mean, gosh, man, they were talking about the New Madrid fault, and they were talking about how dangerous it was. I think they just like to scare the shit out of little kids back then, because they would always tell us how it was I forget the fault. There's a subduction, induction, faults that where plates move above or below, that type of stuff, or one plate's coming in under and this was going in, this one. But New Madrid is a whatever you call that fault through there,
like a bypass or something in it.
Yeah.
55. Yeah, that may be when I came down, John.
But
I have to look.
Yeah, they said that if New Madrid fault ever busts loose, it's going to be devastating.
Oh yeah.
So we would have drills, and we would have to get under this puny little desk and put our books on top of our head. Like, that's going to fucking save your butt,
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is, John. Yeah, it was 55. Come down 55 from Blytheville.
Yeah.
And then you don't get into Memphis at all. You actually right past Marion, West Memphis. Hang a right.
And I'll tell you this, West Memphis ain't no fucking place to stop either.
No. I never stopped.
Now, I used to go to Memphis a lot, and they would close.
I may be backing, but I ain't ignorant.
Yeah, they would close down Bill Street over there.
I have been there.
Yeah, like Friday, Saturday night or whatever, and so they would stop traffic at a certain time, and you could pub crawl, through there. Mm-hmm. I used to go to the Rendezvous barbecue place there. They had, oh God, good ribs, man.
Okay. Yeah, they make some pretty good food down there. I went to Memphis in May years ago. Seen a lot of different cool acts. Saw Joan Jett. She was down there. Somebody thought I was Kid Rock for some reason.
Yeah, the
Blues Bar.
Yeah, the Rendezvous. It looks like you're driving into an alley when you go back there. To get to it. The what I remember about the Rendezvous, we always went downstairs. There was stairs going up, and that was more formal dining.
Uh-huh.
And you get the same exact food, but you get charged twice as much.
Oh yeah.
Upstairs, but it's dress code. But downstairs was bar, wood floor, all this stuff, or stained concrete or whatever, and you get the same ribs, but you pay half the price for them. But you're also sitting at rustic tables, and
Yep.
it's not a place.
It's fine. I'm good with that. I mean, heck, look at me. I'm not going to be upscale.
Those pretty good ribs. Yeah, oh yeah. Court Corky's. Okay, yeah. Rendezvous was closed. Yeah, I guess. I know Rendezvous about 2 or 3 blocks over from the Peabody. I know I was staying at the Peabody Hotel, and we were going to walk to the Rendezvous, and they said, "Oh no, no, no," and the hotel said, "No, you're not," and they took us over in a van, and then we called, and they came and picked us up. They said, "You're not walking over there. You're our guest. We want you to be able to pay, not die." It's
we don't want to scrape you up off the pavement later on. Now, come on.
Yeah.
I was down there for Memphis in May. There's a lot of people, so it wasn't, didn't have to worry too much.
Right. Well, and down on Bill Street, of course, when they close the stuff off, and there's that big lawn area. If you keep going, it looks like there's a bunch of bars back and forth over here, and then it's only on one side of the road, and then it's back on both sides of the road again. But there's this big park type area, and you'll see. Oh yeah, I could have been on Cops. But you'll see ladies of the night and drug dealers and stuff like that hanging around in that park. Redbreast 12. Okay.
There's another good Irish right there. Now, if you have not tried an Irish yet, try this one. It is quite good.
All right. Well, we're on to our next topic here. Let's talk about flavor profiles. And don't take anything you see on the screen as it's just a bunch of spices. Pepper. Anyway,
that's a note I get quite often in whiskeys.
Irish whiskey is renowned for its smoothness and versatility. Common tasting notes across various styles include, now this is a short one, but it's a big conversation.
Okay.
Nose, light and floral with hints of honey, vanilla, fresh cut grass, green apple, pear, and sometimes a touch of spice.
Yeah.
On the palate, smooth and mellow with flavors of vanilla, caramel, toffee, gentle spice, and sometimes nutty undertones.
I can agree with that.
Sherry cask aging can impart richer, fruitier notes like dried apricot or raisin, or I'll add prune and everything else.
Yep.
Finish, typically clean and lingering with a slight sweetness and a hint of oak or spice.
Yep.
I am not getting hardly any of that out of the Gold Label. I'm getting vanilla.
No. Yeah, a
little light,
your basic mixer type. It's decent, neat, but it's better with a little bit of ice and some water.
It's fine, neat. Yeah, it's fine, neat. I think if I put a cube.
You're not going to get near the notes that you're going to get out of the Redbreast 12.
No, if I put water in this or ice, I wouldn't taste shit, No,
exactly. This one, you're getting a lot more out of.
I'm getting some fruit, but it's so subdued.
Yeah, real light.
Really light on the fruit. I mean, it's almost like it's almost like you poured a glass of apple juice and drank it, and then came back, 20 minutes later and filled it up with water and drank out of the same glass without washing it out. Right. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the fruit I'm getting off this.
With the 12, you still get that kind of a bready note. And then late on the finish, you get a little of that pepper note.
Mm-hmm.
and there's definitely some fruit in there, but it's kind of like a stewed apple, maybe. Like something like an apple pie, kind of an apple for me.
Mhm. Oh, the baked. Yeah, more like a
Yeah,
baked fruit. Yeah.
yeah. It's like a sweet apple, kind of muted down a little bit. Not like all on your face like a green apple, but
Right.
kind of baked down a little bit.
Well, and baked apple is sweeter. Well, just
It's sweeter,
baking
but yeah,
alone, it gives it a more caramelly sweet,
yeah,
but typically you're going to add sugar if you're baking, sugar, cinnamon,
yeah.
nutmeg.
And I'm getting a little bit of that off the 12.
Yeah.
It's that kind of a little bit of that spice in there too. Not so much a cinnamon, but more like I don't know, maybe kind of like a nutmeg type of a spice, like
Mhm.
a white pepper. Just a little bit of that,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and real like a nice, decent long finish to it.
Oh, you see,
But
you
that's
bring
the
up
thing I
white.
really like about the Irish is because they're using the pot still most of the time. That really enhances the finish for me. It seems like you get more flavor and a longer lasting, better flavor with the pot still versus a columns.
Yeah, Mr. Mom, that's what Meg said.
These nuts.
The yeah, white pepper. One thing I've always thought of white pepper as something you use on fish, like lobster, right?
Yeah.
You use the drawn butter, garlic, and white pepper, and you
Mhm.
put that on there and broil it or whatever. But I discovered that white pepper is also really, really good in white sauces, like
Mhm.
the you can put black pepper in there for sure,
Yeah.
in like a Alfredo sauce or something.
Mhm.
But white pepper keeps it's a different heat. It's a different flavor than the black pepper.
Yeah. Just slightly.
Yeah, softer.
Yep.
Uh,
And it doesn't color it as much either, so you don't see all the black specks or something.
I like the black specks in it. I mean,
Oh yeah. Give me some country gravy, baby.
yeah,
Better be some
right.
good pepper in that thing.
I know that's what I said. Something. I was making breakfast for these guys in the neighborhood. We'd come together and we'd chip in money and buy the groceries and stuff. And I was making that country gravy, that black pepper gravy,
Yep.
And I said something about, and one of the guys here, he said, "Man, put some more black pepper in there." And I said, "Well, all right." So next time, and I have a pepper mill, and I turn it,
Yeah.
and I just count the turns. And I said, "All right." I said, "Here we go. I made this just for you." I said, and we're all eating the same thing, but this is I said 35 turns on that pepper meal,
Dang.
and he said, "Try 40 next time."
Yep.
But yeah, I'd put a bunch of, but when I do BLT, I like getting a light toast, on the
Mhm.
bread, and then I'll do mayo, and I want the mayo covered on both sides with black pepper,
Yeah.
and then do the bacon and lettuce and tomato, and that's it. It don't mess with perfection. A BLT, it's like peanut butter and jelly. Don't put freaking bananas in a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Now,
Quit trying to make it fancy.
well, the one thing I'm going to fancy up about the BLT next time I make one is the bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what I want to do with it, I saw it somewhere. And what he did is he took three strips of bacon, cut them in half, and then wove them together.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
So you weave them together like a crosshatch sort of a pattern, and then bake it in the oven for like 30
Yeah.
minutes.
On a little rack. Yeah.
Yeah. So you wind up with a square of bacon. So every bite you eat has a piece of bacon in it. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, a lot of time when I'm making like a roast beef or ham, I like I'll take some mayo and I try to measure out in a ramekin, how much I need to cover, this stuff, and then the two bread or whatever. And then I'll squirt a little Dijon mustard in there and put a little the garlic powder, onion powder, and a little hot sauce in there, a couple of little dashes of like Louisiana hot sauce or something, and then mix all that together and use that on there. It really spices things up.
Lori says, "What's the matter, Jody? You don't like BLTs with bananas? She eats them all the time."
Yeah.
And she likes peanut butter with jelly with bananas too.
Now I did make a sandwich special for the kids one time where it was not peanut butter and jelly. It was Nutella on one side and marshmallow, the marshmallow fluff on the other side. And then I did the sugar and the bananas with the flambe.
The bananas Foster.
Banana Foster, and then put those on there, and then made this. But that was not a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right? Yeah. That was a nutter fluffer nutter with banana Fosters in it.
Lori just apparently puts bananas on everything.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
next thing she'll have a ham and cheese sandwich with bananas on it.
Have a little banana ring right here on the side of the glass.
Decoration. Shine with a banana.
A grilled PB&J. Now I have done that before. Now,
like a grilled cheese. Treat it like a grilled cheese.
I'll tell you this: one of my favorite things for breakfast, if I'm in a hurry, is to when the toast first comes out of the oven, you have to hit it hot. Start putting peanut butter on there, and it kind of melts into it.
Yeah,
that is good. That is good if you're on the run. Yeah. Who hasn't wrapped their banana in bacon?
I have not had a banana wrapped bacon.
No, and I don't have anything.
Banana, sorry,
I don't have anything against bananas, but a peanut butter and jelly is it's like a BLT. Don't fuck with perfection. Just either eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or make something different.
There you go. All right, I have to pour a little of this one. Be skimpy with it.
Now I will say, the red breast, PX cherry, I like orange marmalade. That's one of my favorite. It's got the little bitter, in it because it's got the zest in it. But growing up, we always had the regular grape jelly, and Peter Pan peanut butter.
Oh, there you go. Sean says worked at a restaurant that served an Elvis sandwich, PB&J grilled with cheese, bacon, and crushed red peppers. Oh wow, I bet that'd be kind of different.
I guess
I actually might give that one a shot.
One thing you could do on a grilled PB&J now is don't get regular jelly, get the pepper jelly. Get the jalapeno or habanero
pepper jelly.
Yeah. And just warm the pepper jelly because it's so thick, just warm it just a little so it'll spread good and then do a grill on that. I bet that would be pretty good.
That hot pepper jelly is actually pretty good on lamb, like lamb chops.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's really what.
A little bit of mint with that.
Yep.
That's pretty good eating.
I'll tell you something you can do with that pepper jelly is just take a brick of Philadelphia cream cheese, put it on your smoker at low smoke for 1 hour, bring it off there, heat that pepper jelly and pour it over it. And just take crackers and eat it. And it will change your whole damn life.
Bama Grape and Jeff.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, my mom always got Peter Pan, I think.
Yeah.
It's probably what they had it. And the only reason is because that's probably what they had at Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah. What was the one that you had the peanut butter and the jelly mixed in already? I don't remember what that one was. I remember seeing. I forget,
but it had the stripes going down the side. You can see it was a grape jelly with peanut butter. Now, one thing I do like, and I'm kind of hooked on them, but I try not to eat them all the time, maybe once a week, is the Reese's peanut butter cup with the grape jelly in it.
Really?
They're good, man.
Oh, there you go, Sean. The goober.
Oh yeah, goober. Yep. Those are so good. I'm not a big chocolate fan, but these are the big cups. You know, they sell it as single, and you get less chocolate, more of the peanut butter and a thin layer of the grape jelly. Oh, they're so good.
I've never tried one.
Well, I buy them when I get like the chicken wings at the grocery store on their hot bar, and I'll bring it home and I'll throw the the Reese cup in the fridge and let it harden up good. And then I'll eat the wings while that thing's chilling.
Cream cheese with jalapenos and chopped cranberries on the
smoke. Oh yeah, all of that's good. It's just that stuff will just change your life, man. That stuff is fantastic.
I'm firing up the pit next weekend.
Yeah, I have not seen Big Daddy.
One thing I'm going to grab and put on the pit this time: Roma tomatoes.
Oh yeah,
Roma tomatoes. Cut them in half.
Yep.
Put a pinch of salt on that and throw it on the pit. Oh man, you talk about when it finishes up, they are
they're so juicy. Good. Oh, they're juicy. Golly.
And they make fantastic salsa too.
Now, here's one for you. It depends on how badass you want to go.
Smoke the jalapenos on the pit at the same time.
Is get a portobello caps.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
start
them off ribs down.
Yep.
And let a lot of that, because if you don't, they'll be full of juice when you cook them on the other side.
Yep.
But let a lot of that moisture cook out, and then flip them.
Yep.
And take those Roma tomatoes, but put a piece of the fresh mozzarella.
Yeah.
Cut it in slices and lay 2 or 3 slices on that portobello, and then but take your Romas and put those, like 3 of those on there with some basil leaves, and let that shit heat like a pizza, and you're eating a portobello pizza. It's like a margarita pizza.
Maybe.
And do the little olive oil, the EVOO over the mushroom when you flip it. Yeah.
Usually when I cook portobellos like that, is I'll cook them like you said, the gill side down for a good little while, get them and then flip them a quarter turn, and then flip them over, and then I'll put like 3 pats of butter and some chopped garlic in there, and then let that grill that way, because the cup holds all the garlic and the butter in there, and man, you talk about turning up good.
Yeah, John, but the last time she tried it, I wasn't no good for 3 days. I had to wear a parka.
No, I don't put any kind of sauce on my meat when I cook it on the grill there, Orlando.
I just do dry rub.
Yeah, I use a dry rub.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to cook up some chickens, some beef ribs, and some pork butts.
And I don't hardly eat barbecue sauce out of the store. Like I'll buy like a Bullseye or something.
Yeah.
Or just some plain barbecue, but I don't cook with it. I put it in a saucepan, and I put the thick ass barbecue sauce with some brown sugar, and I do what all do I put in there?
A little ketchup, a little vinegar, a little soy sauce.
Ketchup. You can put some hot sauce in there, but honey. You can you can do honey. There's different things you can do, but I use like Dr. Pepper.
Oh, okay. Thin it out.
But the problem is, here's the deal. If you're going to make, like, you're not making barbecue sauce, it's already made. You're just making it like you get out of the restaurant. It's thinner and everything. The problem is you buy whatever you can get in soda, either root beer, Dr. Pepper, or something with a strong flavor, but it has to be pure cane sugar. You need to use made with real sugar.
Okay.
And so I always get like a 4-pack of those specialty root beers or something.
You put any bourbon in that?
Yes, I do. I do. I do about
bourbon?
a shot.
Like Makers or something like that?
Sometimes, I mean, but I like the Makers. Well, I usually do Woodford Reserve. I do a
Okay.
shot of that because it's sweeter.
You know,
Put
with
that in there.
being barbecue sauce, what might be good is the double oaked Woodford.
I do. That's about all the Woodford I buy is that double oaked.
That's the only one I got on the shelf.
Yeah. I had one. I went on ahead and drank it because it was a store pick. It was a North Carolina ABC pick.
Oh,
But it wasn't any. It just tasted like regular Woodford Reserve. So
oh, really? Dang.
yeah, I went on ahead and I was making old fashions with it, and I just drank it up.
Okay. Well, this Redbreast PX is good.
But yeah, I always put at least a half shot to a shot and I'll use any bourbon on hand. But yeah, the Dr. Pepper, if you can find Dr. Pepper made with pure cane sugar, it's probably the best. But the you can more readily find specialty made root beers.
Granny Smith apples, Vidalia onions, Crown Royal maple, and Sweet Baby Ray's.
Yeah. Oh,
Is that what you mix in your?
Sweet Baby Ray's has some good barbecue sauce. I can tell
It's a
you
little
that.
sweet for me. I'm used to
Yeah.
Kentucky style, where it's
Yeah.
kind of more mustard vinegar.
Well, now the pecan, there's a Sweet Baby Ray's honey pecan or something like that. It's way too sweet. Way too sweet.
Yeah, I don't like the sweet ones. Down here, I use like Stubbs or what's the other?
Yeah, Stubbs is good.
Stubbs is pretty good sauce, and they have a pretty good rub.
Yep.
What's the other one?
Now I do
County Line.
honey hog. I do the guy in Texas, his dry rub. Damn, I can't think of name of it now.
Down here?
Yeah. Wait, let me look up. They have it at Academy.
Oh,
It is Meat Church. Meat Church.
Meat Church. Hadn't heard of it.
Hang on.
Oh, there you go, John. Yeah, South Carolina.
Waxahachie. So up there at Dallas. I mean Fort Worth.
What you talking about, Guani?
What's that?
What you talking about, Guani? Rigged. Put me in.
Well, you already in, man. You in on the knowledge. That's what we are sharing here. Well, all right, we beat the hell out of flavor profiles. Let's and we talked about all kind of stuff that wasn't whiskey. But anyway, let's talk about regional influences. And that's an ancient map of Ireland.
So, the Irish Sea.
Yeah. So regional, it's pretty much north, south, east, and west, right? Mm-hmm. So they kind of broke it down that way. While all Irish whiskey must be distilled and aged in Ireland, regional differences can impart the final flavor profile. So Northern Ireland often produces robust, full-bodied whiskeys with a noticeable malt presence due to the damp climate favoring barley cultivation. So that's your north.
Okay.
Southern regions are known for producing lighter, smoother whiskeys with grains absorbing unique minerality from fertile lands like the Golden Vale. So that's south. Cork is one. So this is Cork, Ireland, right here. So that's south, right? Then Western Ireland, peat bogs traditionally used for drying barley can impart, of course, peat smoke, earthy nuance to whiskeys like Connemara peated single malt, which I have not had. I've never had that.
I have it.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
Is it peaty?
Not as peaty as a Scotch.
Okay, but that's probably for the best.
It's more of like a kind of a hint of peat. There's another one. It's called Dark Silky. Let's see here. Here's your Connemara.
Okay.
Looks like this. It's kind of on a green bottle.
Yep.
12-year-old peated single malt, and then the legendary Dark Silky. That looks like this.
Okay.
It's another peated one too.
So, what's your recommendation on those? If I were going to buy one, which one would you suggest I get?
Silky's pretty good. I would go with the Dark Silky.
Okay. Unless I can't find it, and then I would go with that.
Connemara is Kilbeggan.
Okay.
Dark Silky is, who is this?
Ahoy, Groovy.
Ahoy, Groovy. Particle Island. Shebay Lag Distillers. Carrick County, Dongle, Ireland. No idea. This is on the coast. This is from the coast. So you get a little bit of the saltiness with this.
Oh, yeah. Well, I saved Eastern for last because they really don't. I say they. I just researched all this shit and pulled from different sources, but I forget because I don't keep my sources going.
Yeah.
It's too much trouble. I'm not doing a essay for a college exam. I'm, just bringing y'all shit. But Eastern Ireland really doesn't say much. It says proximity to Dublin has encouraged innovation and experimentation in production techniques, influencing whiskey styles over time. And I did not dig into that anymore. I was like, I've got enough information. I can't. I'm not teaching a master's level course in Irish whiskey. We're just going over it here.
Mm-hmm. I mean, with Irish, there's not. I mean, they've been distilling like Bushmills. They're an old distillery. They're one of the oldest distilleries over there. So you're talking like 1800s basically. Mm-hmm. They've been distilling, so they know what's going on. They make some really good whiskey, and then the rest of them, have been. Some of them are off and on. Stacy definitely knows more of what's going on and more of the influences of different distilleries than we do by any means.
Yeah.
So if you're really interested in the Irish and you want to check that out, definitely check out Stacy on 4-Leaf Whiskey. John might have her link. You can post it here. But she definitely knows what's going on with the Irish, and that's her forte, is the Irish stuff. We like bourbon and Scotch and all kinds of stuff, and we're delving into some of the Irish. I've got more Irish than he does, but I don't have a whole lot. Not like Stacy does.
Okay. Well, yeah, and if you're really wanting to get into Irish, you've got to get at least samplings of each of all the,
Yeah, for sure. You definitely get you some Bushmills, get you some John's Lane, or not John's Lane. Ours.
Oh, we're going to get into notable distilleries here in just a second.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get into those, and that'll give people more of an idea. But yeah, it's only 8 after the hour. But yeah, we'll get into that shortly. But yeah, I'm never even thought, and this is one of those things that I'm not that big in. I knew Scotch and I knew the peated areas, Islays and things like that.
Yep.
Salty, peaty. I never even thought about Ireland having peat bogs and
sure.
But hell, they're right there. It's all up down the same damn coast.
Both in the UK.
Yeah. So. Well, the Northern Ireland is UK. Southern Ireland is still independent, but yeah.
Yep. But there you go. Thank you, John. If y'all want to check out some Irish stuff there,
Oh, okay.
Check this lady here out. She is
Four
well
leaf
knowledgeable.
whiskey. Yeah.
4-leaf whiskey. Stacy. Yeah, she knows what's going on, and she's already been over to Ireland 2 or 3 times now.
Cool.
So she's a wealth of knowledge, much more than we are.
Huh. Mm. But
We're
yeah, I
just
mean,
enthusiastic about some Irish.
but yeah, when I was researching this, I was like, peated Irish. I've never heard of
Heck
that.
yeah.
You know, so yeah, I
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of did a little more research. I didn't include in
Thanks,
this,
Ernest.
but you start
sure
going
to-
down a rabbit hole, and all of a sudden you've got 5 episodes just on Irish whiskey. You know,
I know it. Yeah. Well, I mean, whiskey in general. I mean, it's so diverse nowadays, and there's so many different things that have happened over the years. You know, it started out as this, and then went to there, and then
right?
that got bought out, and now it's this, and you know.
All right, I'm going to play this. Let's pause for a second. That was what Burbin used to call punching the eagle.
Yep. we don't mind, but the YouTube algorithm likes it apparently. So
yeah, it helps us out. You know, and we get a lot more views than you think we do on some of these recorded shows. I mean, we get several views after the show's over, so the next day or two.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Orlando.
Hey, we already knew that. I mean,
Hey, come on, look at me. I'm all kind of sexy here. What you talking about? I'm bringing sexy back.
Bringing sexy back.
Jeez.
I'm not even gonna comment on that with my no hair self.
I'm gonna start headbanging here in a minute. Look out. There you go, John.
Smashing his thumb.
I've been there, done that. Oh my goodness.
All right. Do we want to talk anymore? I know we're getting down on time, but we still have a few minutes here if we want to talk about the regions. I did not. The one thing I'm mad at myself about, because I was trying to do that current whiskey news thing I've got going, because Uncle Nearest has that lawsuit out. If y'all haven't seen it, I have a video out. I know my delivery sucked in that thing because I tried to get it out fast and I didn't really go over the material ahead of time. So I'm reading a lot from it, but I'm going to have a part 2 come out tomorrow. And it's going to have a little more info on that. But what we're looking at here with Uncle Nearest is they're facing a lawsuit from their lender, and the lender is saying that the distillery misrepresented value of barrels and inventory and net worth and all that shit, and they didn't have enough cash reserves and blah blah blah, and they're worried about them defaulting. Well, they've started defaulting on just over $100 million in loans. And I know that sounds like a hell of a lot of money, but they're a multi, several $100 million, but
$100 million is a lot.
$100 million is a hell of a lot of money, But Uncle Nearest has been around a while. I know they have a big following. A lot of people may not have heard of them. I will say this, that the founder, well, he wasn't the founder. He was the one that arguably, and it's up in the air of who developed the Lincoln County process, which is the charcoal leaching. Well, it's actually a leaching process prior to the distillation, right? Or prior to
barreling.
Prior to barreling. I'm sorry, prior to barreling, and it was developed in the 1800s, of course, but they called it charcoal leaching because you let it sit there and it just leaches through and it's that sugar maple charcoal.
Yep.
Right? And so it just kind of drips through. And then once it drips through all that, they put it in the barrel and do that. And so I think, what was his first name? Was it Nate Green? His last name was Green. Nathan Nearest Green, right? I believe that's right. Anyway, arguably he brought that knowledge with him because that was a method that charcoal filtering or leaching they used to purify water in Africa. So he brought it over with him, right?
Okay.
And he taught that process to Jack Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was the first African American master distiller, but it's important to note that he was also a slave at the time. Okay.
Yep.
So kind of, enslaved.
Yep.
But he is credited with that. Now there's others that have tried to take credit for that and all. I think, it makes sense, when you look into it, that he was the first. And then his relatives founded Uncle Nearest later. But Lincoln County process wasn't coined as a phrase until about around 1950, because charcoal leaching didn't sound good. Right. And so
think of a leech.
Right. So in order to be considered Tennessee whiskey, it has to be made in the state of Tennessee. Otherwise, it actually legally classifies as a bourbon. Yeah, George Dickel. Okay. George Dickel's another one. There's George Dickel, there's Jack Daniels, there's Uncle Nearest. Those are your big three.
George
and of
Dickel,
course,
like
Jack Daniels.
George Dickel was hooked on Flintstones vitamins.
Yeah. Well, and Jack Daniels owns the world, down there, with all their shit.
And just a quick second to get back to Irish.
Okay.
Go for this one.
Okay. All right.
Instead of the dark silky, go for the
Connemara. I was thinking that. I like that bottle.
Yeah, it's the difference is this one is a lot more lighter and a little fruitier than the dark silky.
So it's got the smoke, but it's got some fruit.
It's very light. Real light on the smoke. It's kind of more. There's a hint on the nose. I mean, like somebody's got a campfire about half a mile away from me, and you're catching a whiff on the breeze.
Mm-hmm.
It's that kind of a really light smoke versus the dark silky. It's a little more in your face and a little more sour for some reason.
Now, I could talk for hours on this Uncle Nearest thing, and I'm not going to. What I will say is, if you want to watch that video, go. It's out there on the channel. You can see. Like I said, my delivery kind of sucked on it, but tomorrow I might be a little more polished when I come out with the delivery on this next one as an update, and I'll try to get better and better at it as I do. I'm not real good at talking to the camera. I'm better on these lives, like when we're back and forth, and I suck on here by myself, I mean, it just happens, but I'm better with conversation than I am with, I don't like lecture and telling you. Now, I do if I have a total prepared speech. Like I've been in front of like 10,000 people plus before on a stage and I've done a like 50-minute or whatever presentation up there on keeping kids safe online and stuff. But I knew the material. I knew my slides. I could just fly through it. And I'm pretty much, that's how much time it took. So I'm good when I'm very prepared, but when I'm not, I'm better in this type of situation. But let's get to the next. Let's get to the next here.
All right, man.
The next one is notable distilleries.
Jameson.
Well, I did have a picture of a Jameson because I use a program called Snappa, and all the pictures are free, like free use. So that was the one I found, the picture in that. They've got thousands and tens of thousands of pictures you can choose from. but you can use search terms, but it's only as good as what they've got metadata flagged it with. So that's what came up. So
there's quite a few different distilleries over there in Ireland. Jameson being one of the notable ones for sure, and then Middleton, which is Powers.
Yep. You know, so let's talk about that one first. Okay.
Okay.
Middleton is the first one on the list here. Okay.
It should be.
Middleton Distillery. The county is Cork, and if you don't know, Cork is way south down over. I love Cork, by the way. I've been to Ireland. I've been to Dublin. Dublin's a fucking city, and I've been to St. James Gate and all that, and that's fine.
Yummy.
But I love Cork. Cork is awesome down there. So Cork County.
An Irish whiskey and a Guinness. Yeah, baby.
Hell yeah. Home to iconic brands like Jameson, Powers, Redbreast, and Middleton Very Rare. Known for a wide range of whiskeys, particularly those embodying the classic blended and single pot styles. So,
yep,
I'm gonna go ahead and make a little.
Jameson is a big blender, for years.
Oh yeah,
they've been buying stuff from all kinds of different distilleries and then blending.
Well, we have 5 that I have listed here that are notable distilleries. All right, I may not, and if we get to the bottom of this list and I don't name one that you want to throw in, we can throw it in.
Okay.
But I've been drinking Powers. The only reason I've been drinking this Powers all night is it's the only Irish I have. That's the only reason. And
get you some more Irish. There's a bunch of good ones out there.
Well, let me get a job first.
Okay, I understand.
Let me do that. Okay. So so out of these, I've had Jameson before.
Mm-hmm.
In different settings, like different times,
Yep.
I'm familiar with Jameson's. Let me see. Oh, here we are down here. I'm familiar, of course, with Powers.
Yep.
I have had Redbreast, but I have not had Middleton Very Rare.
No, I haven't tried that one either.
Okay, probably because it's probably very expensive. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
maybe not.
I think it's kind of your. I think it's a lower shelf.
Oh, really?
Irish. Okay.
But out of those, now what I've had, I don't remember. Honestly, it's been so long ago, and I was a lot younger. I wasn't trying to build an encyclopedia of knowledge. Yeah. I was just trying to get drunk. I don't remember the Jamesons I've had.
Oh, I may be wrong. John, is that for the Very Rare? So I may be wrong about that.
I mean,
I have not tried it, so I don't know.
There's 2 ways you can look at when they put Very Rare or Elite or Aristocrat, Gentleman's Pour, whatever on stuff. It's either really good or skunk.
Yeah.
Right. Typically.
Oh, it's a yearly. Okay.
Okay. Oh, so it's kind of like birthday bourbon or something,
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
All right.
Okay. There is such. I've not tried it because I have not ever seen or purchased a bottle of it to try.
Now, the Redbreast I've tried before was someone. Now, I would think I was in my early 40s. And I was starting to get more like leveled out into enjoying whiskey. At the same time, I was in Texas, and I was trying at different acquaintances' houses and stuff. I was trying different tequilas.
Oh, okay.
Very expensive stuff.
Yeah.
And but I tried a Redbreast at there in that environment before. And I think it was it may have been a 15. I don't know.
I've had the Redbreast. I've had the 12 cask strength. I have that. the Lustau, the PX. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Just the regular, the 12 cask strength, the Lustau, and the PX. Those are the ones that I've tried. I've seen the 15. I did not purchase it and tried it, so I'm not sure how that one is.
1 to 10. 1 to 10. Redbreast 12. Where do you put it?
Ooh, 8.5.
8.5. Okay, so an 85 rank out of 100, right?
Okay, 85 to a 90. I mean, that's a good one.
Okay.
Depending on which one you're going for on the Redbreast. Like the PX, I like better than the regular 12. The 12 cask strength is better than the regular 12, so that might be closer to a 9. As far as
right
scale for Irish.
Well, and I always start with a 1 to 10 and get people to give me a number, and then we can fine tune it from there. Mm-hmm. Is it an 80? Okay, you said 8 out of 10. Is it a heavy 8 or a light 8? Is it
So the regular 12 is probably like an 8.5.
Okay.
For me.
Oh, damn. We got to hurry. Old Bushmills Distillery. Mm-hmm. County is Antrim in Northern Ireland. So this is in Northern Ireland. The oldest licensed distillery in the world. Bushmills is famous for its single malt and blended whiskeys with water from the River Bush playing a crucial role in its character. So sort of like Kentucky whiskey talking about limestone.
Yep.
Right. So let me go ahead and read through these, and then we can kind of cover them a little bit.
Okay.
Teeling Distillery, Dublin. So this is that new age, stuff. A relatively new distillery opened in 2015, yet with a rich history connected to a family distillery that operated until the 1920s. Teeling produces a wide range of styles, including rare single grains aged in unique casks like Cabernet Sauvignon wine barrels. And now we're getting back to that regional thing where in Dublin they try weird shit, right? Then there's Cooley Distillery in Louth County. All right, Louth. The first independent distillery in Ireland after a period of consolidation in the industry. Cooley introduced brands like, holy shit, Tyrconnell, Connemara, including peated styles, and Kilbeggan, significantly broadening the range and flavor spectrum of Irish whiskeys. The last one I have on my list is Dingle Distillery, and that's Perry County, a newer craft distillery that has gained recognition for its high-quality single malt and pot still releases. So, if you want to get into Irish whiskeys, like I would need to, because I don't have the knowledge on this, I would start by trying to get stuff from these different distilleries. And I would certainly try, like you said earlier, that Connemara. That would be one of the first ones I'd want to jump into there, because I want to see how much peat, what the peat's like, all that.
It's very, very low on the peat level. Like, think Highland Park. There's peat there, but it's way, way in the background, and it's just very light.
So let me go over the last topic right quick, because we're at the 2-minute warning. Sorry, guys, I lost track of time. But sue me. But really, there's a few things to note here. One, Irish whiskey must be aged for a minimum of 3 years. Okay. But it can go longer. So we'll just jump right through that. Cask maturation is ex-bourbon barrels are the most common, imparting notes of vanilla, caramel, and gentle spice. Sherry casks are also used. Some distilleries experiment with other cask types like rum, red wine, and all that. Distillation. Triple distillation is common, resulting in a lighter, smoother spirit compared to the often double distilled scotch. However, it's not a legal requirement, and some Irish whiskeys may be double distilled. So that's really all we had on that last topic, but
Yeah.
we're kind of at time, so I just wanted to throw that out there. But 3 year, oh, sorry, I meant to take that out of the studio. But yeah, the 3 years triple distilled is common, but it can be too. And then they can a lot of bourbon barrels are used, but they can use different things. So, and I think a lot of the Dublin stuff you will use like more, you know. But I think y'all can kind of see why I'm breaking these topics down. It's kind of hard to cover all these things. Anyway, we are at time, guys. If you enjoyed this, next week I'll try to cover Japanese whiskeys. But I hope y'all had a good time, and see you later.
Peace, love, and whiskey, y'all. Cheers.
Peace.